race last time, ran against half brother, found Jordan, some good ones, has that early speed. I do think the 1 and 4 are going to be a part of what should be a pretty honest pace here. And, it's Bob's business. If he can clear off around that far turn, that could be a problem. And it's great to hear about our young jockey, Serafin Carmona, who's in his 30s. I mean, young by my standards because I'm pushing 60 up here in the press box, but he'll be out at Santa Anita here for part of that meet, including tomorrow. So good luck to Serafin. It's been awesome seeing his success here in Shakopee. He's got the horse to beat right there on your television monitor. It's Bob's business. Makes a really nice impression physically. Look at that coat. Look at that muscle. Yeah, Joel Burnt's got this one legged up. Going to be a tough horse to beat at 7-5. Haunted Haze is getting some play at 5-1. Yet another horse that likes to be up near the early part of the vanguard. So 1, 3, 4, and 5, all with some good early speed. They'll have to separate themselves, but Haunted Haze just seems to run his race each and every time out. He's lightly raced. He's only had 7 starts. He's got those 3 wins, including a win on this turf course. 6 is Rejection Hurts. Now here's a horse that could take advantage of what will likely be an honest pace. A lot of front markers in this race on paper. Here's a proven closer that should be motoring late. 6-1 morning line, getting play at 9-2. My top pick in the race is the 7. I'm going to try face value. PA and Ange are with me, so the Steam team unites to start this Thursday card. And, I think this horse is going to get a good trip. I don't think he needs to be on the lead. That outside post is probably going to force the hands of our top jockey, Luis Fuentes, who is well on his way to a riding championship. He's just been consistently good in the saddle. The horse has good tracking speed. I think he can get first run and win at a square price. Right now that price is 4-1. And we never want to sleep on Kelsey. She brings in long shots. She's on the outside marker. Gold Magic. She rides this one for Ryan Kenny off the claim. If you go back to Woodbine, those races up north of the border on the synthetic and on the turf are good enough to compete here. The problem I have with this horse on paper is there's so much other speed. So we'll see where Kelsey goes. My best guess is she can sit just off and head down to the inside and save that ground, which she's so very good at. Fun race to handicap. As you heard in the analysis, every one of these horses has an angle to play. So you're playing that pick 5, and we're going to have a ticket for you. This is one of those races where you're probably going to have to maybe spread out a little bit. And you can see some of the experts here looking for value. Litza from the Tribune has the 5 at a big number, and plenty of different colors on the chiclet board. Fun race to bet. It starts our first 5. Pick 5 with that 10% takeout. And good luck. The horses now head down the tunnel. Soon we'll get Sir Leonard Dykert and the call to the post. Enjoy your night betting and enjoying Canterbury Park.
Mr. Len Dykert brings them onto the John Deere dirt and then to the firm turf course for the first. Scratch number 2, Coffee Caliente, and number 5, Haunted Haze, is ridden by Constantino Roman. Race number 1 is courtesy of Loeffler, and Thursday provided by Michelob Golden Light and Comcast Xfinity. The first of 2 pick 5s, 5 minutes from now.
Pick 5 time at Canterbury. I mentioned this is a very competitive race here in race 1 to kick off the festivities. I only went 3 deep here in the first, but I could have gone deeper. And I'm a little worried that I left Haunted Haze off my ticket, especially when I see that my fellow handicapper, who I respect immensely, Jay Litza, has this horse on top. He's been really good at bringing in prices with his top pick. So if you're going to add anybody to my ticket, I would add the 5 in race 1. Right now, though, I've got 1, 4, and 7, and I've already spent $72, so I'm not going to add Haunted Haze, but I'm very fearful of that 5 ball. In race 2, I'm going to use the 6 and the 7. Both those horses look pretty formful. They both look like they're going to be moderate in odds, 5-2, 3-1 maybe, so I'll use 6 and 7 there. Really important race in race number 3. I get to call this race. I've got a Rose and Wine on top. I certainly fear Mia Baby, so I think I've got the front and the back covered. Mia Baby likes to charge late. A Rose and Wine is all speed, and boy, when she's on her game, she's super fast out of the gate. Race 4, I'm going to use 1, 3, and 7. I've got the 1 on top along with Ange Martini Blue, who's a nice 5-1. So I like the depth of the ticket in race 4, and I want to be alive to the final leg because race 5 is a humdinger on the grass. I'm going to use 3, 5, 7, and 8. And I really like my 3. I like Baby Doll Peach a lot tonight. We'll get into that later during our power play segment. 1-4-7 with 6-7 with 4-7 with 1-3-7 with 3-5-7-8. There's my ticket. $72. Your chance for hundreds, maybe thousands of dollars tonight in the first 5 with the lowest takeout in the country. Play the pick 5. Play Canterbury. All the fun starts in 2 minutes.
Onto the turf, approaching the starting gate for the first 5. And they've reached the gates. It's post time for the first on Canterbury 2024's penultimate day. Sunny skies, turf racing to begin festivities. It's Bob's Business, 8 to 5. Laws of Man, Haunted Haze, and Gold Magic, all trying to win 2 in a row. The leading rider into the first, Luis Fuentes, 61 victories, followed by Serafin Carmona with 58, and Eduardo Gallardo, a close third, with 56. That's into the first right now. It's Bob's Business down to 6-5. Gold Magic last in. And they're racing in the first. And from the inside, My Calente broke nicely. So did Haunted Haze in the center. And Haunted Haze is in search of that early lead. And with 1 lap to go, Haunted Haze picks up the tempo with Laws of Man to the inside. Then it's Bob's Business. The Minnesotan tracks 5 lengths from the fast early pace. Gold Magic is 7 lengths behind Said Speed. And about 1.5 clear from Face Value to the outside of My Calente. Then the one in last, Rejection Hurts. They're well strung out, covered by 12 as they corner, and Haunted Haze in his quest to win 2 in a row pulls clear by 1.5. In second is Laws of Man. It's Bob's Business, tracks sweetly in third, and Haunted Haze slows down with a half mile to go, and now the entire field is covered by 8. Haunted Haze leads it by half. Laws of Man in second by 1.5 lengths. Gold Magic has crept up to the inside. That's the 8, about 1.5 lengths from the front. Then it's Face Value to the inside of It's Bob's Business. Rejection Hurts is making a big move in doing so, 5 wide. And the one in last is My Calente. Now 4 from front to back, 7 covered by 4. And here they come. Haunted Haze still shows the way. Haunted Haze at 2.5 to 1, tugging along 6. Outside Rejection Hurts. Inside Face Value. Far outside It's Bob's Business looking to re-engage. My Calente 3.5 out of it. Haunted Haze, Face Value, It's Bob's Business, Face Value on the inside. My Calente got them all. My Calente saved the best for last at 15 to 1 and prevails. The penultimate begins with an upset. My Calente first. Photo for the rest. The numbers 1, 7, 4, 5. The first race is official. First exacta 59.90, first trifecta 79.60, the first superfecta 37.07. The second race takes us to the John Deere Dirt. No scratches, no rider changes. The second race is provided by Xfinity Comcast and XfinityMobile.com. Also by Apple Autos, the official vehicle supplier to Canterbury Park. And Tri-State Bobcat, your source for all compact equipment needs. Second race, Dirt, 21 minutes from now. Two in a row for Mike Calante, the winning rider, Guillermo Rodriguez. The winning owner, Jimmy D. Roberts, and the winning trainer, Joe Blair Roberts. And they're racing in the first. And from the inside, My Calente broke nicely. So did Haunted Haze in the center. And Haunted Haze is in search of that early lead. And with one lap to go, Haunted Haze picks up the tempo with Laws of Man to the inside. Then it's Bob's Business. The Minnesotan tracks 5 lengths from the fast early pace. Gold Magic is 7 lengths behind Said Speed. And about 1.5 clear from Face Value to the outside of My Calente. Then the one in last, Rejection Hurts. They're well strung out, covered by 12 as they corner. And Haunted Haze, in his quest to win 2 in a row, pulls clear by 1.5. In second is Laws of Man. It's Bob's Business, tracks sweetly in third. And Haunted Haze slows down with a half mile to go. And now the entire field is covered by 8. Haunted Haze leads it by half. Laws of Man in second by 1.5 lengths. Gold Magic has crept up to the inside. That's the 8, about 1.5 lengths from the front. Then it's Face Value to the inside of It's Bob's Business. Rejection Hurts is making a big move in doing so 5 wide. And the one in last is My Calente. Now 4 from front to back, 7 covered by 4. And here they come. Haunted Haze still shows the way. Haunted Haze at 2.5 to 1, tugging along 6. Outside Rejection Hurts. Inside Face Value. Far outside It's Bob's Business looking to re-engage. My Calente 3.5 out of it. Haunted Haze, Face Value, It's Bob's Business. Face Value on the inside. My Calente got them all. My Calente saved the best for last at 15 to 1 and prevails.
Well, a spicy start to that first five with a 15-1 winner in race one, My Calante. Really good ride by Guillermo Rodriguez. We call him G-Rod up in the press box. Had a speed horse, had a good post, took him off the pace, and then made that big move down the Canterbury stretch. So now, if you're alive and 1 for 1, you got a chance at some real money here. Let's handicap the second race. I thought this race was going to be pretty formful. On paper, to me, it looked like a two-horse race. But again, these are maidens looking for their very first win. So crazy things can and do happen in a maiden race. This starts the early pick 4. Maybe you can find another long shot that you fall in love with. We'll start handicapping with number 1, Last Beauty. Kelsey Haar's been a long shot specialist riding here all season long. She gets the mount from a tricky inside post, but she's got early speed on this George Smith chart. So I would expect Kelsey to press the button early, use that early speed to get into position. We'll see if the horse can improve off I'd call it a mediocre debut. Now, in horse racing, from start 1 to start 2, you can see the most dramatic improvement. A lot of times these horses need a race or two to figure things out, and speed is something that I think bodes well in a race like this because no one's proven they can really pass anybody consistently. So keep an eye on Last Beauty from the inside post. Number 2 is Island Jive. I've got this horse third in my analysis. We get Carmona in the saddle. He's been great. Joel Burnt, one of our very best trainers year in, year out, consistently wins races at a high number. 6-1's a fair price here. Turf to dirt is your handicapping angle. Probably needed that last race off the layoff, so more fit for this. Off that turf effort, I would expect much better from Island Jive at that juicy 6-1. Number 3 is Hazard to Your Health. De Silva gets the call for Joe Roberts. Keep an eye on Joe Roberts. His barn just popped at 15-1 in race number 1. Good-looking gray here. Another horse that's got early speed. So like the one, proven speed with that gorgeous gray. Hazard to Your Health is 7-1. Number 4 is Per Tiger Barejas for Miguel Angel Silva. We've seen these connections pop at a price multiple times this summer. This horse last time out ran second at 9-1 against Similar. So if you didn't know if the horse fit after last start, you can definitely tell this horse certainly at this tag level, 7,500, should be in the mix for the tries and superfectas. Aunt Kendra is the 5, and this one's trained by Brianna McDaniel. This horse has not raced since late June, so clearly that wasn't the plan. They've had a little time to kind of get the horse back to good, sharp workouts, and if you look at the speed figures, this horse is pretty competitive on paper and also 7-1. I fear the 6. I like the 7, but I think the 6 has a big chance to come get the money late. Awesome effort last time out against Slightly Better. Came flying from the back of the pack for second. Chad Lindsay fits this horse like a glove. Riding for Hall of Famer here at Canterbury, David Van Winkle. I couldn't possibly dream of a trifecta or superfecta that didn't have the number 6 on it. I think this horse is going to sit off the speed and once again be a horse to watch out for in the lane. But when I handicapped this race a handful of days ago, I fell in love with the 7, Petite Jean. This horse has frankly just been facing much better competition, and that class drop from maiden special weight down to maiden 75 is significant. If this horse can run anything close to what we've seen lately, they're all in trouble. I mean, this 7 has just flat out faced much better competition. If I could lock in on 5-2, I'd empty my wallet. I think this horse goes off much closer to even money. I think the 7 is clearly the horse to beat and should get the jump on that 6, who I fear in the lane. Now the Oracle's on the 8, and Oracle is a sneaky good handicapper. He likes Molly's Mia. G-Rod looks to sweep the double. My guy Troy Bethke, who I just think is such a good horseman, has this horse looking spectacular in the walking ring. Here's what the horse has going for him. Has faced better competition, outside post, should be charging late. Another horse I'm going to mix into my tries and supers at a fair number. Right now that number is 9-2. Fun maiden race here. Can anyone beat the class-dropping Petite Jean? I don't think so. We'll find out, though. Put your money where your mouth is. You got to go to the windows. You got to make the call. Maybe you'll cash for a big ticket here on a beautiful Thursday night at beautiful Canterbury Park.
Walking onto the track for the second. No scratches, 6 minutes. They're at the gate, and it's post time. Hazard to Your Health has gone in. Trainer looking to sweep the double. Mia's Angel. Petite Jean. And Molly's Mia, the rider, is looking to sweep the double. And they're racing. Per Tiger was off nicely, and from the outside, Petite Jean trying to come up big. Between them is Aunt Kendra. After that, Molly's Mia. The gray is Hazard to Your Health, prominent fifth, 4 out of it, 2.5 clear from Last Beauty. Then it's a gap of about 4, maybe 5 to Island Jive, and Island Jive is racing to the inside of Mia's Angel, and they're about 12 lengths behind. Molly make that Petite Jean. Petite Jean by 4. Handheld. Petite Jean trying to bump that margin to 5. Aunt Kendra's next. Then we come to Per Tiger. Molly's Mia is working hard. 8 lengths out of it. Likewise for Hazard to Your Health and Last Beauty. And Last Beauty is 10 lengths behind First Horse. That is Petite Jean. Petite Jean at 4 to 5, living up to the hype with 2:50 to go. 7 lengths clear from Aunt Kendra. Per Tigers to the inside. Island Jive late. Likewise for Mia's Angel, but Petite Jean is gone. Petite Jean wins it. Mia's Angel flies on to get second, and Island Jive sneaks into third. Second race, official. To the winner's enclosure, Petite Jean and Constantino Roman. The winning owners, Eric Kordsmere and Chris and Mary Maggie. To the third race and the firm turf course. It's 23 minutes away. Scratch number 1, Check Cash and Connie. And number 3, Celtics Wildcat, is picked up by Seraphin Carmona. And they're racing. Per Tiger was off nicely, and from the outside, Petite Jean trying to come up big. Between them is Aunt Kendra. After that, Molly's Mia. The gray is Hazard to Your Health, prominent fifth, 4 out of it, 2.5 clear from Last Beauty. Then it's a gap of about 4, maybe 5 to Island Jive, and Island Jive is racing to the inside of Mia's Angel, and they're about 12 lengths behind. Molly make that Petite Jean. Petite Jean by 4, handheld. Petite Jean trying to bump that margin to 5. Aunt Kendra's next. Then we come to Per Tiger. Molly's Mia is working hard, 8 lengths out of it. Likewise for Hazard to Your Health and Last Beauty. And Last Beauty is 10 lengths behind First Horse. That is Petite Jean. Petite Jean at 4 to 5, living up to the hype with 2:50 to go. 7 lengths clear from Aunt Kendra. Per Tigers to the inside. Island Jive late. Likewise for Mia's Angel, but Petite Jean is gone. Petite Jean wins it. Mia's Angel flies on to get second, and Island Jive sneaks into third.
Welcome back out to the paddock. We get set for race number 3, a really deep field and a turf sprint. Long shot wins race 1, favorite wins race 2. And here we come back now with race number 3. We scratch the inside marker. We'll start the handicapping process with number 2, Cato's Lady. Cato's Lady has some decent stalking speed. In her turf career, though, 0 for 9 on the green stuff. So going to have to jump up and run a big one here today without that turf form. This is quite a salty bunch. There is some talented fillies and mares in this race. Celtics Wildcat is the 3-ball. She's got early speed. She's a Minnesota bred who's put together a real nice summer. She's won 3 times at Canterbury, but again, those wins are on the main track. I think she's a pace factor, but on the turf against proven turf commodity, I'm a little dubious on the win end of things. I do like the horse. She's a nice one. Carmona gets the call. Now, a race filled with speed. It figures that a closer's taking some money, and that closer's name is Mia Baby. Gallardo's been rock solid in the saddle this summer. There's a ton of speed, and Mia Baby is going to be rolling late. Can she get the trip? Does she have traffic, and will the pace come back to her? She's good enough to win. She's taking lots of cash. It's Mia Baby with Eddie G. 5 is Miss Carmen Sibo, Kelsey Haar for Tony Rengsdorf. 7 starts on this Canterbury turf course, 3 wins for this racehorse. The question mark is the layoff. She was racing steadily, and then at the end of July, they pulled the plug back on July the 24th. She comes off a win, but she also comes off that layoff, and that layoff to me is a pretty significant question. Number 6 is Cocktail Slippers. Constantino Roman's been hot in the saddle of late. This horse has stalking speed. She's in decent form. Turf figures are just a cut below, so I'm going to wait for another day. My pick in the race is the 7. She is super fast. Her name is A Rose and Wine for Hazel Farm and my guy Fernie. She gets Pena in the saddle. Michael Beeler is the trainer. 13 starts on this turf, 6 wins, 3 seconds, 2/3. Now, last time out of the starting gate was a fiasco. We got to figure that out. She's got to break real sharp out of that gate. She likes to be on the lead. She doesn't like having to pass horses. If she gets loose on the front, I think she's long gone. She's super talented. I'm going to try A Rose and Wine. Number 8 scares me. Number 8 is consistently in the mix, and she looks great down here in the walking ring. Her name is Savona. G-Rod's riding great. He's got a win on the card already. Outside tracking speed, 7 and 8 figure to be very prominent, and 8 gets the nod as the best-looking horse so far in the paddock. Number 9 is Invincible. Luis Valenzuela gets the call here for a Kentucky Derby winning trainer in Chip Woolley. Outside, Closing Kick has faced better competition in her career, and I think at 15-1 worth a shot in the tries and superfectas. And number 10 is Shacked Stateside. Fuentes is our top jockey. He rides for Larry Donlin. Turf form is there. Go back a couple of starts, and this horse beats similar on the front end on this course. Interesting race to handicap. Who do you got? It's a really fun race to bet. Could be a nice try in super as well. I'm going to try the 7, A Rose and Wine. Horses are leaving the paddock. They'll be at the gate in around 8. And then they're going to get it on. 2 minutes now. 2-minute warning to race number 3. 2 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, race number 3 tonight is in honor of one of the all-time greats here, local hero Alex Conchari, taken from us way too soon. This is the Alex Conchari Memorial Race, one of the most talented jockeys we've ever seen here in Shakopee. We miss him every single day. His family is in attendance here tonight, and race number 3 honors young Alex Conchari. It is post time now. Post time for race number 3, the Alex Conchari Memorial. Savona the 8, Mia Baby the 4, co-favored at 5-2. Rose and Wine, close handy 3-1. One of 3 Minnesota breds here in the Conchari. Here comes Mia Baby with those familiar Chapel Silks. Another Minnesota bred to post 4 with the 5 saddlecloth as Miss Carmen Sebo with Kelsey. Invincibella, second last to load. Shacked stateside, last in line. Good luck, everybody. There in the gate. And they're off. Outside, shacked stateside. Quick to flash speed, but here comes a Rose and Wine. And a Rose and Wine and her patented speed. She made the break this time, and she gets the lead and has it by 3 parts of a length. It's a big gap of 5 back to Celtics Wildcat. Outside of that one is Mia Baby, who's a little closer to the pace than normal. Outside is Savona. Gap of 2 to Cato's Lady. Then we come back to Invincibella. A Rose and Wine and Pena lead it through an opening quarter mile that went 21-2. Shacked stateside, trying to keep up with that one. Mia Baby purring in there now to the outside with 3 lengths to make up. Then we come back to Celtics Wildcat. Top of the Canterbury stretch they go, and it's still a Rose and Wine pounding away with that lead. Mia Baby out after that one. From the back of the pack is Cato's Lady, but it's a Rose and Wine who leads them punch drunk tonight in the 3rd. That finishing time, a snappy 57.07. Rose and Wine, the unofficial winner, with a photo to decide the exacta try and superfecta in the Conchari.
Friends and family of the late Alex Conchari are gathered in the winner's circle for this race, the Alex Conchari Memorial.
Kid from Friday Night Star and Fireman Oscar rolls into third, but it's 4 consecutive wins for Hot Shot Kid. He's the Hot Shot on the 4th of July. Got even smarter, Hot Shot Kid. The Derby is awesome, and so is Hot Shot Kid. He's won 5 in a row. He's the Derby champion. Secret Someone has the lead, and the secret's out of the bag. Secret Someone makes her daddy AP Indy proud on Father's Day. She's the Lady Canterbury champion. Side of that, the long shot Glassado, Tonka Warrior, and Alex Conchari, the Shakopee native, has 1,000 wins. Welcome home, young man.
He was an accomplished jockey and a beloved member of the Canterbury Park family. He was the Shakopee Kid. Alex dreamt of being a jockey as a child, and his dream came true, following in the footsteps of his father Louis and brother Patrick. During his career, Alex won 1,044 races, 334 of them at Canterbury Park. Tonight, we celebrate the memory of the Shakopee Kid, Alex Conchari.
The Conchari Memorial Race is now official and catchable. 7-2-4-3, that order of finish. A Rose and Wine pays $6.80 to win as we honor young Alex tonight. The 7th career victory for a Rose and Wine on the Canterbury turf. Her 11th overall career victory tonight. Had that mishap at the starting gate back on July the 27th. Comes back to her favorite surface. And with Fernie and the crew in the crowd, makes them proud. Rose and Wine is a 7-year-old chestnut mare by the hunk out of Call for Roses. She was foaled in Minnesota. The winning owner, Hazel Farm and Fernie. The winning jockey is Brian Pena. And the winning jockey, Mr. Mike Beeler. Congratulations to the victorious connections of a Rose and Wine. On deck will be race number 4 in 21 minutes. Race 4, 21 minutes. Take out horses 8 and 10. 8 and 10 are scratched at the gate in 21. they're off. Outside, shacked stateside. Quick to flash speed, but here comes a Rose and Wine. And a Rose and Wine and her patented speed. She made the break this time, and she gets the lead and has it by 3/4 of a length. It's a big gap of 5 back to Celtics Wildcat. Outside of that one is Mia Baby, who's a little closer to the pace than normal. Outside is Savona, gap of 2 to Cato's Lady. Then we come back to Invincible. A Rose and Wine and Pena lead it through an opening quarter mile that went 21-2. Shacked stateside, trying to keep up with that one. Mia Baby purring in there now to the outside with 3 lengths to make up. Then we come back to Celtics Wildcat. Top of the Canterbury stretch they go, and it's still a Rose and Wine pounding away with that lead. Mia Baby out after that one. From the back of the pack is Cato's Lady, but it's a Rose and Wine who leads them punch drunk tonight in the third.
Well, that was another good one for a Rose and Wine. She pulls it off on the front end. Congratulations to her connections. Now let's go to Final Five time. This fourth race is on the main track. We go 1 mile in here and a couple of key scratches. In fact, West Island was probably going to be at least in my top 2. He is out. West Island and Make Noise are both out of here. Please scratch the 8 and 10. But first we'll go through this ticket. Martini Blue is my top pick. I thought he might be able to take this field wire to wire, but Handsome Harry is one who should be very close in attendance to the pace. If everything gets very hot and heavy up front, I took Burning Leaves and threw him into the mix too, because this one should be coming from far back, but it looked like a pretty balanced group from a pace standpoint on paper, so wanted to cover my bases there. Now, Blazing Performer and Honeycrisp are the two that I used in the next. I don't know how heavy a favorite Honeycrisp is going to be, but her recent races from off the pace certainly make her a contender. So I used a couple of closers in race number 5 and spread out with some different options in race number 6. I used 3, 10, and 11. Whistler is excuse me, probably going to be a part of the pace on the inside. The posts don't help Optimal Courage or Bayou Colonel, but I would expect them to come from just a little bit further off it, and it may not hamper them as much as it would a horse like Whistler. I took Kaya's Choice and Miss Stilettos in race number 7. Miss Stilettos is my top pick in there. She has more speed than she's shown. She has just been in against some very tough company lately, and in the maiden in the last 3, 5, and 6, my girl Lily, my top pick in there to try to beat the slight favorite. I'm sure Gimme Mo Money. A little bit tipsy was interesting in there too. Those fillies just in the beginning of their careers, but this group far more experienced in males, and here they come, led by Martini Blue. He does look good in the paddock, and this is going to be his second start off a short rest. He was off between June and September, but Martini Blue came back with a closing effort, which is a little atypical for him, but he handled it pretty well. He was second behind Sea to Success, and that horse has had a very nice summer out here at Canterbury. Martini Blue has gone long before, used his speed, and that was my hope, maybe that he would be the speed of the speed. It won't be easy with Il Capitano right next door. This fast man almost got the job done 2 back. He was run down by Bourbon Aficionado and Tuco Bay. Those are 2 difficult ones to hold off, and Il Capitano did what he could. He was on the main track in an off-the-turf race. Things looked kind of like they were set up for him, but it was at this level, and he comes back down 2. It should be competitive on the front end. I just thought he might have his hands full from the inside and the outside with Martini Blue. And right next door, Last Martini and Burning Leaves, both closers, but Handsome Harry, I thought, might keep him in a pace sort of sandwich. But Last Martini, like I mentioned, should be coming from way far back. Both he and the 4 Burning Leaves, big closers who like this track a lot. Both have racked up 4 wins apiece on it. Much different prices, though. Well, no, never mind. 8 and 10 to 1. Much different price from Burning Leaves to Handsome Harry. Back to Last Martini and Fausto da Silva. They won a couple starts ago, and that was an upset. He was nearly 20 to 1 that day, and that was against this sort of company. But Last Martini hasn't stacked efforts like that back to back since much earlier in his career. The Last Martini and Burning Leaves, I think, should be moving as a tandem, but I preferred Burning Leaves of the 2. He's 9 to 1 on the board at the moment, and Burning Leaves needs to turn back the clock a bit to the beginning of the year. His last 2 tries at this level, not anything to write home about, but he was making up some ground at the end of things. I'm sure he would have appreciated West Island staying in the field, but with him out, it helps the chances of, like I mentioned, Handsome Harry. Anybody who wants to be close to the front end is very glad that West Island is no longer a part of this field. He took a field wire to wire a few starts ago, but that was an off-the-turf bunch. Had mixed results at this level in his last couple. He lost to Last Martini, but when he stayed in relative range of the pace last time around, he was able to get himself in the mix late, nearly ran down Catholic Guilt. It'll be a tough one for him again, but he looks good down in the paddock, as does I Will Stand. This is another speedster, and I Will Stand should be close in amongst the pace with Out of the Dark just to his right. Luis Fuentes will be in the saddle on this one, and Out of the Dark, coming off the turf course last time, won by 8. There's a lot to like about both of these two if you were looking for a speed horse. If you're Paul Allen and you're looking for a closer, St. Elmo is going to be the place that you want to look towards the outside. He and Luis Valenzuela should have clear sailing and some pace to run into. It's just led to a 3rd place finish in his last couple, so that's where I'm going to keep him as an underneath sort in 10-cent super plays. You can do dollar exactas, you can do tries, supers, doubles, pick 3s, and the final 5 in this 4th race as they head to the track. Remember, scratch the 8 and 10 out of here. 8 minutes to post.
the penultimate edition of the Power Play, which is sponsored by our good friends at Tri-State Bobcat. Stay tuned. I've got a special surprise up my tattered sleeve with some free Canterbury swag for you, but you have to wait for that. We have to handicap race 5, and our strongest opinion on the card, it is Baby Doll Peach, and we've got a lot to go over. First of all, the trainer, Joel Burnt, special weight down to maiden claiming, near 60% winners. Hello. All right, now we've got a race here 3 times on the Canterbury turf, never off the ticket, and ran into a horse named Yamiles last time. Yamiles came back last night and scored for us at 11-1. So we're going to come right on back with that key race, and we're going to try Baby Doll Peach, who had been near the lead. I don't know what happened last time, but this horse was way off the pace. We're talking 6-7 lengths, and a horse that has generally been real close to the front. I think we're going to see more speed out of the Baby Doll tonight. I think Baby Doll Peach is going to use that speed as a weapon at this longer distance, and coming out of that live race run by the Miller Charge last night, I think Baby Doll Peach is going to score for us on the Power Play and light the lamp. Ran well down the stretch, as you can see, closing up to hit that ticket. Tonight, though, we get a square 5-1. We get Baby Doll Peach as the Power Play winner. Race 5, number 3. And now the lovely and talented Amanda, I promised you a surprise. She's in the winner's circle. If you're here at Canterbury, get down there right now. Free Canterbury t-shirts from the awesome Amanda.
It is now race time. Of some starting gate crew members has gotten up under his own power. And those of you with wagers on race 4, hold all tickets, specifically those with wagers on number 9. All righty, the others kick on, and on the lead, Il Capitano. That's the one to the outside of I Will Stand. Then we come to Out of the Dark, about 2 lengths from the lead, angling to the outside. 3.5 lengths behind that, Martini Blue to the inside of Handsome Harry. Then it's about 3-4 lengths back to Burning Leaves, and Burning Leaves is a country mile clear from Last Martini. That one's about 15 lengths from the lead, and the remaining cast heads into the far turn. And up top, Il Capitano continues to slug it out. I Will Stand the inside, Out of the Dark the outside. Martini Blue swirling behind said trio. Handsome Harry's looking handsome to the outside, 4 out of it. 3.5 clear from Burning Leaves. Then it's Last Martini, and they have a quarter of a mile to go. Out of the Dark and leading jockey Luis Fuente strike the front at 2.5 to 1. That's it for Il Capitano. Here comes Martini Blue to the outside. Martini Blue hooks up with Out of the Dark. Behind them, Handsome Harry and Burning Leaves. They have a football field to go. Martini Blue, a resurgent Out of the Dark and Burning Leaves very late. Out of the Dark, Burning Leaves, Out of the Dark, into the light of the winner's circle. Inquiry into the start of race number 4, specifically involving number 9. Stand by. Inquiry sign being removed. Number 9, St. Elmo, caused all of his own problems out of the gate. The stall doors opened in unison with the rest of the field, so number 9, St. Elmo, is deemed a starter. Seven Out of the Dark first. 7-4-1-3. In the winner's enclosure, Out of the Dark and leading jockey Luis Fuentes. The winning owners, Pete Matson and Tim Padilla. The winning trainer, Tim Padilla. Out of the Dark is a 3-year-old bay colt by Outwork out of Summer Swing. Bred in Minnesota by the winning owners, Pete Matson and Tim Padilla. The 5th race is 20 minutes from now. Back to the firm turf course. Scratch numbers 13 and 14 and 11. Midship Molly is ridden by Roberto Morales. Elmo unseated jockey Luis Valenzuela shortly after the start. LAV, with the assistance of some starting gate crew members, has gotten up under his own power. And those of you with wagers on race 4, hold all tickets, specifically those with wagers on number 9. All righty, the others kick on, and on the lead, Il Capitano. That's the one to the outside of I Will Stand. Then we come to Out of the Dark, about 2 lengths from the lead, angling to the outside. 3.5 lengths behind that, Martini Blue to the inside of Handsome Harry. Then it's about 3-4 lengths back to Burning Leaves. And Burning Leaves is a country mile clear from Last Martini. That one's about 15 lengths from the lead. And the remaining cast heads into the far turn. And up top, Il Capitano continues to slug it out. I Will Stand the inside, Out of the Dark the outside. Martini Blue swirling behind said trio. Handsome Harry's looking handsome to the outside, 4 out of it. 3.5 clear from Burning Leaves. Then it's Last Martini, and they have a quarter of a mile to go. Out of the Dark and leading jockey Luis Fuentes strike the front at 2.5 to 1. That's it for Il Capitano. Here comes Martini Blue to the outside. Martini Blue hooks up with Out of the Dark. Behind them, Handsome Harry and Burning Leaves. They have a football field to go. Martini Blue, a resurgent Out of the Dark and Burning Leaves very late. Out of the Dark, Burning Leaves, Out of the Dark, into the light of the winner's circle. Inquiry into the start of race number 4, specific.
Goes the way. Haunted Haze at 2.5 to 1, tugging along 6. Outside Rejection Hurts. Inside Face Value. Far outside It's Bob's Business looking to re-engage. Michael Lente 3.5 out of it. Haunted Haze. Face Value. It's Bob's Business. Face Value on the inside. Michael Lente got them all. Michael Lente saved the best for last at 15 to 1 and prevails. That is Petite Jean. Petite Jean at 4 to 5, living up to the hype with 2:50 to go. 7 lengths clear from Ankendra. Per Tigers to the inside, Island Jive late. Likewise for Me is Angel, but Petite Jean is gone. Petite Jean wins it. Me as Angel flies on to get second, and Island Jive sneaks into third.
The outside with 3 lengths to make up. Then we come back to Celtics Wildcat. Top of the Canterbury stretch they go, and it's still a Rose and Wine pounding away with that lead. Mia Baby out after that one. From the back of the pack is Cato's Lady, but it's a Rose and Wine who leads them punch drunk tonight in the third.
That's it for Il Capitano. Here comes Martini Blue to the outside. Martini Blue hooks up with Out of the Dark. Behind them, Handsome Harry and Burning Leaves. They have a football field to go. Martini Blue, a resurgent Out of the Dark and Burning Leaves very late. Out of the Dark, Burning Leaves, out of the dark, into the light of the winner's circle.
We're back in the paddock on this beautiful Thursday night. We're going to close out the early pick 5. The ticket we put together still alive to 3, 5, 7, and 8. I hope you play along with me. And now we get a very tough race. We've talked about maiden races before. These are horses that are looking for their very first win, so strange things can happen. And oh, by the way, we've got standing room only. We've got 12 in the gate. Maidens looking to break on through to the other side. This is going to be a handicapping challenge, to say the least. Let's start the puzzle with number 1, Red Sunshine. G-Rod won a race at 15 to 1 earlier on the card. He'll likely be at least that price here for the Westerman gang. Turf form is decent. In fact, hit the superfecta last time out. Has that inside post, which can be very advantageous. And Red Sunshine looking to blow the tote board to Burnsville. Number 2 is Too Hot to Stop. Constantino Roman for Lynn Rarick. Good connections here. Turf form is decent as well. 2 tries on it recently, a third and a fourth. So absolutely fits. And this speaks to what a great betting race we've got in front of us, 30 to 1. Holy cow. My top pick in the race is the power play tonight, number 3, Baby Doll Peach. Comes out of a live race, ran against Yamiles last time, and what an excellent job Mr. Dave Miller's done with that horse. Came back to win last night, so I'm riding that wave. I've got early speed on the stretch out, and hopefully Luis Valenzuela's feeling okay after that spill in race 4. I think he can steal away into the night on Baby Doll Peach. 4 is Thunder Song. Thunder Song here for the Ryan Kenny barn. Turf Sprinter 2 back. Didn't show much there. Will have to improve to contend. And 30-1. 5 is Blazing Performer, a royal for Joel Burnt. This is a very sneaky racehorse. Do not sleep on the 5. Paul Allen and Angela Herman both are on this horse. Both are no strangers to the long shots winning. Blazing Performer is on my pick 5 and is a must-use in the exotics at 13-1. You've been warned. 6 is Aunt Gwen. Speaking of Dave Miller, there he is. He is crafty indeed. He's got this one for De Silva. They teamed up on that nice 11-1 winner last night. This horse should have a touch of speed herself, and in a maiden race, speed could be king. Aunt Gwen's is 17-1. 8 is Grace Alace for my guy Troy Bethke. This horse loves the Canterbury turf. She just can't get over the hump. She's been right there against similar. Her speed figures tell me she's sitting on a win. And again, back to how good of a betting race this is. Grace Alace is up on the board right now at 9-1. Honey Crisp is Luis Fuentes on the 7. That horse has had all kinds of chances, but sooner or later they're going to get by. I've got the 7 and 8 kind of in that same area in the mix. Have to use them in the exotics, trying to beat them on the win end, but certainly both the 7 and 8 fit. Delta Knights is the 9. Kelsey Haar for Patty Fields. One start on the Canterbury turf. That was last time out. Tried going longer. Showed speed and faded, so we'll see if the distance might be too much. 10 is Carbonell. Pena gets the call here. 3 decent turf efforts recently, but still not enough to get me interested on the win side of things. Number 11 is Midship Molly. Morales for David Van Winkle, stretching out with speed. We'll have to use that speed from a very difficult post, but you always trust Mr. Van Winkle with horses like this who've got some upside. And number 12 is Raytastic. Gallardo gets the call for Cody Rosine. Really tough post. 12 spot is no bargain, but the horse certainly on paper has a chance if they can work out a trip from a very, very tough spot. One of the better betting races of the weekend. Don't forget, Saturday is closing night at Canterbury. We come back 4 o'clock on Saturday. 9 races, including a great stakes race. Awesome card on Saturday. Big fun here, too, still tonight. This starts the final 4 races, which involve a pick 4 with races 5, 6, 7, and 8. Turf racing, race 5 coming up. Coming at you next.
To the racetrack, then the turf for race number 5. Scratch 13 and 14. Number 11, Midship Molly. Now ridden by Roberto Morales.
The late pick 4 is coming up next, but in the 6th. It's a very exciting turf sprint, and admittedly, some of the scratches changed the complexion of this race from a betting standpoint, but a pair you should consider are old rivals picking that back up here on second to last night of the season. The first one of them is Bayou Colonel. Bayou Colonel's done some pretty good work over Canterbury's turf, and he's done it all at 5 furlongs. I don't think he'll be 6-1, but I think he'll be a better price than some of the others in here, maybe the one towards its outside. Now, the likely favorite scratched out of here. Jack's Outlaw is a horse who's beaten him a couple times in recent history. He's out. But a horse that he has come close to a couple of times in the past is Optimal Courage. That's the 11. He's going to be just to his outside. He's probably going to be about half the price, but these two have had an exciting rivalry in the past. We're going to take a short look at a couple of the finishes between Bayou Colonel and Optimal Courage. That's Optimal Courage's record over Canterbury turf and going 5 furlongs. It's pretty impressive. He's another big fan of going 5 on this grass. Now that's Bayou Colonel. That is Optimal Courage. Looks like it's not going to get much closer, but boy, does it ever towards the wire. Bayou Colonel usually comes from pretty far off the pace, which is to his benefit in 5 furlong races. You can see how quick they go. That's not a very far finish. This one gets even closer. That's Bayou Colonel again. That's Optimal Courage, and they always take it down to the wire. But Bayou Colonel is usually the better price of the two. Definitely one you should consider, and my top pick in the 6th. That's the angle for tonight.
It's race time. Into the gate for the 5th.
George, go ahead. Tell her. Tell her. He's getting there. Kevin. Never mind.
Thank you, Christy.
Thank you, Doc.
Going back.
Ray-tastic, last in line. Here they come. And they're racing. Midship Molly from the 11 spotted, 9-1, flashes good early speed. Baby Doll Peach is up and at him on the inside at 2-1, but it is Midship Molly to grab the lead around the first turn and open up by 1.5, and now she speeds up. Likewise for Baby Doll Peach to the outside. Then we come to Thunder Song trying to take third to the outside of Aunt Gwen's, and that one's about 5 lengths from the lead, but advancing to the outside of Too Hot to Stop. Then it's Grace Alace, 1.5 to the good of Raytastic. Inside Red Sunshine, between runners Blazing Performer, and outside of that one is Carbonet. Then we come back about 2.5 lengths to Honey Crisp, and the one in last is Delta Knights. They're covered by 13 into the far turn, and we have a two-headed pace battle. Midship Molly to the inside of Baby Doll Peach. Then we come to Aunt Gwen's in the catbird seat, if good enough, 2 lengths from the front, and those 3 are running away from the others. Too Hot to Stop senses the warning call and is 5 out of it on the move. Raytastic also is closing in, and then it's Blazing Performer, 10 lengths out of it. 3 of them pack up with 2:50 to go. Between them, Baby Doll Peach, Midship Molly, the inside, outside Aunt Gwen's, and Raytastic is finishing fast at 5-1 on the inside. Up goes Aunt Gwen's. Aunt Gwen's from Raytastic to the inside. Baby Doll Peach fights back. Oh, tight photo. Baby Doll came back and won it. Photo finish. We have an answer. Result of the photo shows the winner is number 3, Baby Doll Peach. 3, 6, 12, 2. Now entering the winner's enclosure, Baby Doll Peach and Luis Valenzuela. The winning owner, Lamont Nenast, who bred the filly in Minnesota, and the winning trainer, Joel Burnt. Baby Doll Peach is a 4-year-old brown filly by Midnight Loot from the Chapel Royal mare, Dolly Peach. Pick 3 paid $52.40. The first pick 4, $41.85. The first of 2 pick 5s, $8.18.10. Race number 6 is just 20 minutes from now. And in race 6, scratch numbers 1, 4, and 7. Number 6, 86 Chevy, is now ridden by Brian Pena. Race number 6 is courtesy of Kim Crawford Wines and Hormel, a proud sponsor of racing at Canterbury Park. We also thank Fairfield Inn, Gallagher, and Greystone Construction. And they're racing. Midship Molly from the 11 spotted 9-1, flashes good early speed. Baby Doll Peach is up and at him on the inside at 2-1, but it is Midship Molly to grab the lead around the first turn and open up by 1.5, and now she speeds up. Likewise for Baby Doll Peach to the outside. Then we come to Thunder Song trying to take third to the outside of Aunt Gwen's, and that one's about 5 lengths from the lead, but advancing to the outside of Too Hot to Stop. Then it's Grace Alace, 1.5 to the good of Raytastic. Inside, Red Sunshine. Between runners, Blazing Performer. And outside of that one is Carbonet. Then we come back about 2.5 lengths to Honey Crisp. And the one in last is Delta Knights. They're covered by 13 into the far turn. And we have a 2-headed pace battle. Midship Molly to the inside of Baby Doll Peach. Then we come to Aunt Gwen's in the catbird seat, if good enough, 2 lengths from the front, and those 3 are running away from the others. Too Hot to Stop senses the warning call and is 5 out of it on the move. Raytastic also is closing in, and then it's Blazing Performer, 10 lengths out of it. 3 of them pack up with 2:50 to go. Between them, Baby Doll Peach, Midship Molly, the inside, outside Aunt Gwen's, and Raytastic is finishing fast at 5-1 on the inside. Up goes Aunt Gwen's. Aunt Gwen's from Raytastic to the inside. Baby Doll Peach fights back. Ooh, tight photo. Baby Doll came back and won it.
What a ride by Luis Valenzuela. He was the jockey on the 9-ball 2 races back that took that misstep out of the gate, and he got banged up, stayed to the task, though, got to ride the 3 Baby Doll Peach. And even though in mid-stretch when it looked like that horse had been passed, he kept to the task, kept riding to the wire, and Luis gets rewarded with a nice win. Congrats for him. I'm sure that was not an easy win after that pain he had to suffer out of the starting gate in race 4. Turf sprints are phenomenal here at the track. These are veteran campaigners. These are super talented racehorses. Let's handicap together, starting with one of my very favorites, the Minnesota bred Hap Hot, Eduardo Gallardo for Tony Rengsdorf. This guy is just fun, right? He's just one of those horses that runs his race every time out of the gate. He's got patented early speed. He's got the right jockey. And his turf races, if you look at daily racing form, fit with these. The trick will be, can he get comfortable out there in the front? There is other speed to keep him comfortable, but boy, when he's on his game and he's loose, he is tough to beat. We'll see if Hap Hot can jump out there at 15-1. One of the speed balls he'll have to deal with is right next door in the starting gate. That is Whistler. Whistler, his turf efforts, very solid. Got beat by a horse named Philo Badeau, 2 back, who's super nice. So Whistler, Hap Hot, both want the front. Keep that in mind as we continue to handicap the race, because number 5, Plain Talk, who likely goes off as one of the favorites. I know the horse is 9-1 right now, but looking at the will pays, this horse is going to come down. This horse has early speed. 9 starts on the Canterbury turf, 8 for 9 in the trifecta. Super talented. You get Jose Silva, you get G-Rod, and right now 8-1 is stealing, but I wouldn't plan on 8-1 by the time the race goes. 6 is 86 Chevy. Pena gets the call for Timmy P. 3-year-old against older, good dirt form, solid trainer, and they switch to turf. That tells me that you got to pay attention, right? They're not just going to do it to throw a race away. They're trying something because the horse likely has some pedigree for this endeavor and is on the board at 5-1, taking money in conspicuous fashion. Number 8 is Kids Inheritance, who's a route horse off a win. Kelsey for Troy Bethke, 2 of the sweetest people at the racetrack. Off the route try, likely going to sit off the pace this time, and if they go quick early, might get first run. 9 is Lucky Smile. Luis Valenzuela off that awesome ride prior, now tries to go boom, boom, back to back. And he rides this one for a barn that's been winning at a decent clip all season long in Valerie Lund. Good turf form, outside tracking speed. There's a case to be made. Now, with all the speed, I had to migrate to a closer, and I love this horse. Bayou Colonel is my pick with those beautiful red, white, and blue silks. Good energy down here for the Colonel. Carmona gets the call for my guy, Gary Shear. They're going to go quick early, and I know one thing. The Colonel is going to come running. Can he get there? It's an awfully short race, but I think he can today. Outside horse is Optimal Courage, one of the most courageous horses you'll ever see. Runs his race any track, anytime, dirt, turf, muddy, it doesn't matter. This horse just shows up. I don't like the post. I don't like the other speed, but I do think if this horse runs his race, he absolutely can win. And his owner's down here showing off in his brand new Tommy Bahama, so they're here to get their picture taken. You've been warned on Optimal Courage. What a wonderful betting race. This has a stakes feel to it. All kinds of talented horses, turf sprinters. Hey, even Amber Carlisle is just perplexed by the racing form. Who's going to win? We don't know. You get to decide. You get to bet, and hopefully you get to win. I'm on the Colonel to come get the cash. Good luck. Good winning. Race 6 right now. Here we go.
Race number 6 on the firm turf course. Scratch numbers 1, Arrest, 4, Jack's Outlaw, and 7, Happy Hour Bobby. Number 686 Chevy is now ridden by Brian Pena. 5 minutes.
Happy Thursday from the Winner's Circle. We've got something new tonight. It's time for logo trivia. Now, there's going to be a QR code up behind me on the tote board. If you'd like to play along with logo trivia, you go right ahead, scan that logo, and let's see if we can get a winner tonight. Now, this lucky contestant to my left looking to win some tickets to the Renaissance Festival. What's your name? Where are you from?
I'm Anthony, and I'm from Mankato.
And do you like going to the Renaissance Fest? A couple of free tickets come in handy for you?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, so you got your phone, you're ready. Everybody else get their phones ready. You and I are going to turn around and look at the tote board and see what the logo is and see if you can identify it. Here we go. All right. This famous food company began in 1891 right here in Minnesota. Is it Whole Foods, Hormel, Green Giant, or Schwann's? What does that logo look like to you?
Hormel.
All right, the timer is getting low. Get your answers in now. It's Hormel. Well done. Easy peasy. You're going to the Renaissance Fest. If you played along and you got Hormel, congratulations and well done. Thank you for coming down and playing.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to have more of this kind of trivia in the future, so make sure you keep an eye on the tote board and scan that QR code for your chance to play along with trivia.
They're at the gate. It's race time. Moving in line. Optimal Courage, last in. And they're racing, and they've broken a perfect line. From the center, Plain Talk is that gray showing speed. Whistler attempting to win 2 in a row, comes whistling through on the inside, and 3 and 5 race out 2.5 lengths. Go to the Minnesotan Hap Hot. Optimal Courage is outside of Lucky Smile. They're about 3 lengths from the lead. Optimal Courage wide around the turn, and behind them is Kids Inheritance looking to win 2 in a row, 5.5 out of it, and about 2.5 clear from Bayou Colonel. Then we come back to the trailer. 86 Chevy would have to win 2 in a row from 12 out of it. Plain Talk battles it out on the lead. Plain Talk to the outside of Whistler. After that, it is Hap Hot. Then we come to Optimal Courage to the outside of Lucky Smile. Kids Inheritance finishing nicely, but up goes Plain Talk, and here comes Hap Hot. Hap Hot sizzling. 2-5-10 in race 6. Number 2, Hap Hot, ran first. 5, Plain Talk, second. 2-5 in a photo. The numbers 2-5, 10, 8. Race number 6 is official. Trifecta paid $50, Superfecta 78 and change. Pick 3 on races 4, 5, and 6, 97.70. 3-2 double, 35.20, and the exacta paid 18.40. Race number 7 is our Thursday penultimate. Scratch number 3, Pepper and Mint. Number 7, Gopher's Axe, now ridden by Luis Fuentes. Post time in 20 minutes. Minnesotan gets all the money here. It's Hap Hot and Eduardo Gallardo. This one is owned by Rob and Laura Rydberg and the winning trainer, Tony Rengstorff. Hap Hot is a 5-year-old chestnut gelding by Barbados out of Fan Fest, bred in Minnesota by Suzanne Stables. We have a bell ringer. More money to the Leg Up Fund for injured and disabled riders. Thank you. And they're racing, and they've broken a perfect line. From the center, Plain Talk is that gray showing speed. Whistler attempting to win 2 in a row, comes whistling through on the inside, and 3 and 5 race out 2.5 lengths. Go to the Minnesotan. Hap Hot. Optimal Courage is outside of Lucky Smile. They're about 3 lengths from the lead. Optimal Courage wide around the turn, and behind them is Kids Inheritance looking to win 2 in a row, 5.5 out of it, and about 2.5 clear from Bayou Colonel. Then we come back to the trailer. 86 Chevy would have to win 2 in a row from 12 out of it. Plain Talk battles it out on the lead. Plain Talk to the outside of Whistler. After that, it is Hap Hot. Then we come to Optimal Courage to the outside of Lucky Smile. Kids Inheritance finishing nicely, but up goes Plain Talk, and here comes Hap Hot. Hap Hot sizzling. 2-5-10 in race 6.
Well, here we go as the sun starts to set in Shakopee. You got to love fall racing at Canterbury. We've seen some awesome races. Hap Hot just loves to win. Speedball doesn't need the lead. Gallardo sits off the pace and pounces. Was 15-1 when we were in the paddock. Went off at 9-2. So some fans fell in love with Hap Hot and were rewarded handsomely with near 5-1. Now the final two races are maiden races for the babies. These are baby girls looking for their first win, some making their very first start. Grandpa Clippy's a late arriver. That's exciting. My goodness, this is my final paddock preview in the paddock of the year. I'll be up with Angela for the nightcap tonight, and then Saturday with Paul Allen off at Lambeau watching those undefeated Vikings chew up the cheese of Green Bay. I'll be calling the races, so this is it. Let's make it a good one. I'm going to start with my top pick right off the hop, and I love the fact that we're taking money. 6-5 on Kayla's Choice. I get Roman, I get Joel Burnt, I get Suzanne Stables Homebred, and I get some really nice workouts. Now, she's never raced. She draws a very difficult post inside, but clearly she's got talent. She's bred well. She's worked out well. Pretty white face, pretty girl. I'll try her from the inside at 3-2. Number 2 is the North Star Stables Texas Lace. Eddie G's riding great right now. We just saw that in race 6. He looks to go back-to-back, and anytime you see this barn with Cody Rosine training, you better pay attention. Workouts are just lukewarm. They're just kind of decent. Horse looks good down here in the paddock. She's got some good muscle on her, and we've seen the North Star Stable fire before with firsters, so you've been warned it's 7-1. 4 is Take Charge Lila. Kelsey Haar gets the call here for Mr. Troy Bethke. Race experience on her side. A lot of horses that have never done this. She's tried it 3 times, and she's run decently. She fits with these, and she's got good long shot connections at 15-1. 5 is taking all kinds of money. Morning line 8-1 in your program set by a professional. How about the money being bet on this Valine Farms horse? 8-5. Now I have the horse second, so I like the horse. Exits a stakes race, huge drop in class. Love to see early money in a baby race. Carson Bay is 8-5. 6 is Miss Stilettos. Pena gets the call here for Mikey Beeler. Beeler's got a win on the card. The horse has some speed. Another stakes dropper. Interesting option at 11-1. 7 is Gopher's Axe. The mouse will be all over this one. Fuentes gets the call for Tim Padilla. 1 career start, and the horse showed talent. Race 1 to race 2 in a horse's career is where they can jump up and make the most significant improvement. Mouse's Gopher's Axe looking to avoid 94 East at 9-2. 8 is AF Tough One. The Tough One has 1 career start. We didn't learn much in that start. Looks good down here in the paddock, and we'll see if the horse can improve in start number 2. These are Minnesota-bred baby girls, some of them making their first start, all of them looking for their first win. This starts the late daily double. Never, ever miss a chance to bet the late daily double. You could be walking around lucky and not even know it. Grandpa Clippy's here. The crowd has gathered. There's energy in the air. It's Shakopee. It's Shindini. It's all kinds of fun and games. It's like no place else. You're loving it right here at Canterbury Park.
Here they are. They've reached the gate. It's post time for the 7th, beginning Dr. Dan's late double. Carson Bay favored. Miss Stilettos next to Carson Bay. Take Charge Lila, Gophers Axe, and AF Tough One. Seven duel in race 7. And they're racing from the center. Take Charge. Lila tries to take charge, but Carson Bay outsprints them all, and Carson Bay grabs the lead to the inside of Gopher's Axe. And Kaya's Choice, this firster with really good early speed, comes scooting through the inside to grab the lead from Carson Bay. After that, Take Charge. Lila, 7 lengths out of it to the inside of AF Tough One, and Texas Lace, that debutante's advancing 8 lengths behind fellow debutante Kaya's Choice. Carson Bay still chilled to the outside of Kaya's Choice, and Carson Bay grabs the lead. Miss Stilettos in the boss's colors, about 4 lengths from the front, and 5 clear from Gopher's Axe, who goes on the retreat. Texas Lace, 8 out of it. Number 5, Carson Bay first. Photo for the rest. The numbers: 5, 7, 4, 6. The 7th is official. Pick 3 from race 5, $68. Trifecta, $31.75, favored on top. Superfecta, nearly $30, favored on top. Into the winner's circle, Carson Bay and Seraphin Carmona. Carson Bay is owned by Valine Farms, and the winning trainer, who dat? Gary Sheer. The winner is a 2-year-old brown filly by Midshipman out of Karakoram, bred in Minnesota by J&K Farms. Our 8th race is the final live race tonight. No scratches, no rider changes. To the gate in 20.
And they're racing from the center. Take Charge. Lila tries to take charge, but Carson Bay outsprints them all, and Carson Bay grabs the lead to the inside of Gopher's Axe, and Kaya's Choice, this firster with really good early speed, comes scooting through the inside to grab the lead from Carson Bay. After that, Take Charge. Lila 7 lengths out of it to the inside of AF Tough One, and Texas Lace, that debutante's advancing 8 lengths behind fellow debutante Kaya's Choice. Carson Bay still chill to the outside of Kaya's Choice, and Carson Bay grabs the lead. Miss Stilettos in the boss's colors about 4 lengths from the front, and 5 clear from Gopher's Axe, who goes on the retreat. Texas Lace 8 out of it. After that, Take Charge, Lila and AF Tough One, and they're chasing a tough one in the shape of Carson Bay, and Carson Bay has put their backs against the wall, and she is gone. Carson Bay, the People's Choice, lives up to the hype. For the Miners, Miss Stilettos, Gopher's Axe, it is 5-7-4. Number 5, Carson Bay first. Photo for the rest.
Kevin Gorg, Angela Herman to take you through the lucky last. And Ange, we're down to one race tonight and one awesome race card on Saturday. First post 4 o'clock, and it's a humdinger.
Humdinger is a very good way to put it. And that's what we outlined before the races, especially before closing weekend. You just get unique groups of horses. You don't get the same going back maybe every 3 weeks or so and squaring off. You get a lot of horses coming in from different spots, not necessarily with the 2-year-olds, I suppose. And we have had a couple of those tonight. We've got some firsters on the inside that are a very different story on the board right now. You got a couple of bombs, 1 and 2, and then My Girl Lily opened up as the favorite. Let's go through them and just, I guess, try to fashion some wagers with 2-year-olds because there just isn't much to go on paper, so we'll want to get a look at them in the paddock too. Starting with Gotta Try Mischief on the inside. This one's from the family of a very nice horse named Candyman Rocket, and she sold out of a 2-year-old sale earlier this spring. I wanted to get a look at her in the paddock too. She's 12-1, kind of, I don't know, middle of the road, a little bit up from the morning line, but what do you make of her and how would you use her in wagering?
I use her underneath. I don't like the post. It's no room for error at 5.5, but it's good to see Carmona pick up this mount. And certainly that last workout out of the gate is encouraging. Same thing with the 2. I wanted to make a case for this horse. I love what Dave Miller does with young horses. He's patient. The workouts say the horse can run. I always cheer for a guy like Arroyo who doesn't get a ton of live mounts. I'm going to use the 2. I think the 2 is live here.
Yeah, that's very fair. She's a half to Josh's Drama, so I thought maybe a little bit more distance might suit her. And there's some blood to be good on the dirt or the turf, but I was going to look for maybe Drama Speaker a little down the road, just a bit more ground to work with. But My Girl Lily is my choice. It's Paul's choice. She was working out with a horse named Hoot Owl Hoot, and that one at first asking just took off and ran away. The damn Starship Sapphire has dropped 4 starters. And at first asking, one of them ran second, 2 of them ran third. Lent is a 9% first-time start or first-time out sire. So some mixed signals from the breeding, but definitely the works I think would outweigh that, and I really like her chances today.
Yeah, she looks good on paper, man. She's got a great barn. You mentioned the bloodlines, the workout. That's great company to be keeping. Should have a touch of speed in a race like this. I think she's going to be tough, and she's getting bet, which is always a good sign for a firster. 4 horses up against it. I'm just going to lay it on the line here. It'd be great to see a carryover. We get second-time blinkers. Connections we can certainly cheer for, but we've just seen nothing in 2 starts, and that led me to the 5, who, at least in the experience that she's been given, has shown real potential. They put the hood on for this. It's go time. G-Rod is one of my favorites. He's sneaky. And we're going to get 7-2. I like the natural speed. Doesn't need the lead. I'm all in on the 5. Gimme Mo Money. 6 horses favored right now. I've got the horse second. You've got the horse third. Certainly wouldn't be a surprise.
Well, cutting back in distance from that 7.5 race on the turf back to this setting on the dirt, it wasn't very friendly to her first time around. I mean, she was pushed along on the rail to keep up. She fell back on the turn, but she took a step forward last time. And just like Gimme Mo Money with you, just the experience itself lends itself to a little bit tipsy. She might just be further along than some fillies that have talent, but no experience to go with it. Corban de Oro, just to her outside, probably going to be setting the way at least for part of the race, right?
Love that early speed. 22 flat is awfully fast. If she can clear off and get, feeling good on this nice fall night, not without a chance. Oracle's got the horse third as we see the grid. 8 horses, a first-time starter that's taking some money at 10-1, and we're running out of time on the paddock preview as the horses have left the paddock, and we are really excited. Good luck here in the last, obviously, but come back on Saturday, close the show in style, 4 o'clock first post, 9 races with a stakes race, huge fields, great betting opportunities. For Angela Herman, I'm Kevin Gorg, 2/3 of the Steam team. We get one more call with the best in the business. Paul Allen paints the picture in 8 minutes. Right now, we leave it up, though, to Sir Leonard Dykert.
Sir Leonard Dykert. Thank you, Len. See you soon, bud. On to the track for the 8th. Post time in 6. Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the Dark Star Press Box. I'm your announcer, Paul Allen, otherwise known as the Chaser. And for the 30th season of Canterbury Park, this will be my final day here this year. For this weekend, I'm heading to Lambeau Field for a game between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. And on behalf of yours truly and all of us up here in the Dark Star Press Box, thank you very much for supporting Canterbury, whether you're on the track or wagering and watching from abroad. And the Chaser is going to leave you with a surprise. We have one thing for all of you chasers this weekend. Here's the surprise. Your final chase of the 2024 season, the Minnesota Vikings are going to beat the Green Bay Packers. Skull, Canterbury Park. Into the gate they go, and it is now post time. Race time for our final live race, the penultimate day of our 30th anniversary season. We have racing Saturday at 4 o'clock and Oktoberfest. CanterburyPark.com for information. That is closing day for the 2024 season. Kurban Dioro in. Gimme Mo Money, even money in favored. My Girl Lily, two back. Queen of Spirits and Franny. Trainer Joe Roberts trying to bookend the penultimate with victories. 8 in the gate for race number 8. And they're racing. Another wonderful start for Oscar Quitos and the starting gate crew, and an especially good start for Kurban D. Oro with really good early speed. Kurban D. Oro at 11-1, shoots clear by 1. Little bit Tipsy is next to the inside, and that one has been overtaken by Gimme Mo Money. The favorites on the move. Franny is next, third, 2.5 lengths out of it. 5 to the good of Got to Try Mischief. That one's 7 lengths out of it, advancing a smidge. Drama Speaker is about 10, 11 lengths out of it, overtaken by My Girl Lily. And then we come to Queen of Spirits last, around about the quarter pole. Gimme Mo Money strides up trying to run away. Gimme Mo Money. Rodriguez working hard on this favorite. Kurban Dioro fighting back diligently to the inside. Outside of that, right behind them, a little bit tipsy. Far outside is Franny. Gimme Mo Money. This favorite is languishing. And there goes Little Bit Tipsy at 4.5-1. Little Bit Tipsy with an intoxicatingly good move has left them punch drunk. Number 6, Little Bit Tipsy. First. Six, 5, 7, 8. Into the winner's circle, Little Bit Tipsy and Eduardo Gallardo. The winning owners, Leslie Cummings, Mark of Valor Farms. And the winning trainer, Valerie Lund. Final pick 4, 404.90. Second pick 5, 2,171. Ladies and gentlemen, racing resumes Saturday at Canterbury for closing day. Post time is 4 o'clock. If you're leaving the track, please drive safely. And they're racing. Another wonderful start for Oscar Quitos and the starting gate crew, and an especially good start for Kurban D. Oro with really good early speed. Kurban D. Oro at 11-1, shoots clear by 1. Little bit Tipsy is next to the inside, and that one has been overtaken by Gimme Mo Money. The favorites on the move. Franny is next, third, 2.5 lengths out of it. 5 to the good of Got to Try Mischief. That one's 7 lengths out of it, advancing a smidge. Drama Speaker is about 10, 11 lengths out of it, overtaken by My Girl Lily. And then we come to Queen of Spirits last, around about the quarter pole. Gimme Mo Money strides up trying to run away. Gimme Mo Money. Rodriguez working hard on this favorite. Kurban Dioro fighting back diligently to the inside. Outside of that, right behind them, a little bit tipsy. Far outside is Franny. Gimme Mo Money. This favorite is languishing. And there goes Little Bit Tipsy at 4.5-1. Little Bit Tipsy with an intoxicatingly good move has left them punch drunk.